Right, welcome to this week's episode. Let's get the heater plugged in and let's get started.
Nice and warm. Nice.
Now hopefully we should be able to retain the heat a bit more now since we have some insulation on, which you guys saw in the last video, and if you didn't, pause this video, go watch the last one and then come back and watch this video. And whilst you're at it, subscribe as well. And without further ado, we're going to crack on with some more insulation. We've got a bit of it left here, but I've got some bad news because I've calculated the size of my floor, which I probably should have done before I bought the insulation for the floor, and I've realised I only have enough to do half. Well done! Yeah, I can't do maths sometimes. Measurement maths is, I don't know, I have good and bad days with it, and that wasn't a good day. So anyway, I've ordered some more, but it could delay getting the floor back in this week, but we'll cross that bridge later in the week. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, without further ado, let's start cutting some more insulation. Let's get the tunes on, and yeah, let's get this party started. Alright, so I have completed the thermal lining of the van. I do have just a small piece of it left, which we will save just to finish off the wheel arches. What I was going to do is when the floor lining comes up is bend that up here, so we'll kind of fill in any gaps we've got left with that bit of thermal lining. But that is pretty much the whole of the van with the thermal lining put on. So I'm going to grab the loft insulation, the roll I've got currently, and we'll just make a start over here, and we'll just work our way this way, and we'll get that installed. Now I've only got one roll of that, so we can't get too far, and then we'll start laying the floor liner down. So yeah, let's jump to it.
Alright, so for this next part we've got some spray adhesive and our recycled plastic insulation. And the reason why I'm using this is because it's not itchy, and obviously it's saving the environment by using recycled plastic, which is always a bonus. So what we're going to do is we are going to measure out a few bits, and we'll just start and we'll just use this up.
We're going to get this super liner installed. This is the floor liner, and this is the one that I messed up ordering, and I've only actually got half the amount that I need. So I'm going to lay half the floor with this, and then we'll call it a day for today, and we'll come back tomorrow and I'll go and fetch some more loft insulation, and we can finish the other walls whilst we wait for the other one of these to turn up.
Right, so with the liner, we're pretty much going to go up to this seam, where the roughly about where the floor will end. And what we'll do is we'll offer it up towards the wheel arch, and we'll just cut some slits in, and then we will cut it along there as well.
Alright, so we have laid the 2 strips of floor mat
That we have. So I had to get some help because this stuff is a little bit of a nightmare, but I don't know how much you saw from this camera because the battery did die, but did get a time lapse of this going down. So we're going to call it a day for today because, well, we've run out of materials pretty much. So I'm going to get some loft insulation tomorrow, hopefully. Nah, maybe not tomorrow, maybe the day after, and we'll get the rest of this done. And then when the flooring shows up a bit later this week, we'll get that down. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for some more van action. All right, so it's the next day, and some very impressive delivery, and the other roll of floor liner is here. So that means we can finish that, which is a huge bonus. And I'm definitely going to link this company down below because their service was perfection. So yeah, let's get laying this. Alright, so we have cut the original floor to fit in the van. We're just going to use this as a template
for the new floor.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get a new 8x4 piece, which is this 2/3 of the floor, and then that third of the floor there we're actually going to cut out of this piece, so we can use that nice bit there that's not got holes in and is not rotted like that corner is there. So that's the plan. So hopefully tomorrow I'll go get some wood and we can start actually cutting the proper floor for the van, which is exciting times. Alright, so the cable trunking arrived today, so that's good news because it means we can get the cables that are currently exposed not exposed, which means we can replace this bit of trim, that bit of trim and the headliner once we've got a bit of insulation up there. So that's the plan for today, and hopefully tomorrow I can go and collect the wood to start paneling the side and finish the floor. Alright, so I didn't really film anything because it's one of them jobs that you just kind of have to get frustrated with, and it all starts to work out. So as you saw me, I got the plastic pipe in the corner, and then we've got the plastic pipe here with all our cables in that goes up this pillar, and it comes round here across the beam and it runs into this channel here. So that's that done. So now what we're going to do, I'm just going to throw some of this, I mean this is the floor insulation, but nonetheless it's insulation. I'm just going to throw this up in the roof just to get a bit more sound deadening and to just keep the heating a little bit more. And if I've got much left, I'm also going to put some in the doors as well, just to, you know, try and keep the whole van just that little bit warmer. Yeah, it's not going to hurt, I guess, is it? So yeah, let's crack on with them. Alright, good morning and welcome back to the van. And we're going to, first job today is we're going to tackle this, put the rest of the trim back in. Last night we've just got one bit down here which we need to drill a hole through this plastic for the piping to come through. So I'm just going to mark it on this side, mark on this side here, and then just pop a big hole so that can just pop through there. Alright, the van is clean and tidy, so it means we can go pick up some wood now, and that's exciting because that means that the insulation is now going to start to be covered, which, I don't know, it feels like quite a milestone in the van build. So I'm super excited for that. So I'll go get some wood and I'll see you when we get back. Right, so I've just got back from the wood place, and we've got quite the amount of wood. It's a lot of plywood here and some 18 plywood there, and I've also got hold of some more insulation to finish the doors and the wall and this door here as well, and some more Everbuild spray adhesive. Bloody banging. So we can crack on with that now, get the rest of this insulated, and then we're ready for tomorrow when we're going to start and line the van. Now obviously before each panel goes on the van they need to be painted, so this is going to take just a little bit of time, but no, we're making good progress. I'm really happy with the progress. So let's oh, and we've also got to fill these cavities here as well with insulation, so we've got a fair bit to do, so let's crack on. Alright, so I have fitted the insulation to all of the walls now. So I've gone along the door, this entire wall. I've finished off around the arch. Oh, I've actually just got one bit left to do there. And done all the back doors. I've just put some more extra bits of this in, as you got to get to the lights, so didn't really know how to hold it around there. And yeah, obviously this wall we did yesterday, and I have stuffed in here. And I've just took the lights down, so I'll just pop a little bit more in there, and then we're good for relining the van tomorrow with this wood here. So
I'll see you in the morning, and we'll get the table saw out, we'll get the circus saw out, and yeah, we'll start making this starting to look like a camper van, I guess. Alright, so exciting day today. We're going to have a bit of fetch the wood, as I think you've seen. So we're actually going to start unlining the van today. I didn't film anything yesterday. We actually cut a few of the slats and painted a few, but I'll show you what's going on. And obviously we've got to cut and paint a few more, so you'll be able to see that. You don't need to see us cut every slat.
Alright, so we've just fixed in the last slat on there, which is much wider, but that's because there's some thin bits to trim around the windows. So the motive now is to actually get some slats on. We've got a couple pieces which we're going to just try out and work out the angles we need to cut and things like that. Pieces that weren't quite cut perfectly parallel. So yeah, we'll get all this intricate work done, and then we'll copy them onto the real things, and the van will start to take some shape. Alright, so as you've seen on the time lapse, first board is in and looking real nice. There's going to be a board at this angle which fills down to here, so you won't see the metal bracing for the roof. But yeah, first board's in. It's always the hardest one, but we worked out what we're doing, so hopefully we should just be able to smash the rest of these in. Alright, so last day of the week on the van, and hopefully we can get this wall finished, which would be a really nice place to end. But yeah, I'm not going to do too much talking, I'm just going to crack on. Yeah, get this wall smashed out. Alright, so I didn't film the very last slat, or last two slats I think going on, purely because we lost the light and you could hardly see a thing. It gets pretty dark on our drive. So that's going to be it for this week, and I'll see you in next week's episodes, and we'll finish lining that wall, and we'll move on to the other walls. And yeah, and hopefully we'll have the floor here as well, and we can start laying that, which is quite exciting. So I'll see you then, and yeah, we'll continue on with the van build.